All right. So, welcome everybody. Today we are going to do our uh, demo episode of our podcast, and this is my name is Nikola, and this is my brother Rajko, and we're gonna fuse
Why is my
into
fingers like being cut off? Look at that.
the
Look
wonders
at
of
that. It was
technology. Um. Anyway,
just cuts off my finger.
we
What the
tried to do
snap?
something cool, but it backfired. Anyways, my name is Nikola. This is my brother Raiko, and today we are going to do a demo episode of our Fatherly Love podcast. As you can see from the name, we're going to talk about mothers, we're going to talk about children, we're going to talk about food, and we're never going to talk about dads because nobody ever talks about dads because why would you,
Yeah.
right?
Who cares about
Um,
dads? Dads just,
yeah, nobody
keep it
cares.
going.
Jokes
They just
aside,
endure.
yeah. So we are going to do a quick introduction. I'm going to talk about myself for a minute or two, and then Raiko is going to talk about himself, and then we're going to give you guys a brief rundown of what we are aiming to do with this podcast and who we are making this podcast for. So, uh, in short, uh, 2023 is a big year for both of us, and in the beginning of this year I finally went to visit back home in Serbia after 6 years of living in United States. Now, through this time, I was not able to bond with my brother a lot. We were both working a lot. We had a lot of things going on. And I had some big news when I was coming to Serbia that I realized that I was going to be a father. And we found out basically 5 minutes before the flight. I do have a stepson who is going to be 8 this year. So I do have some experience with being a father, but this is going to be a little baby task. So it's going to be much different. Now, Raiko had some news this year as well, and I will let him introduce himself briefly.
Right. So yeah, obviously I'm his brother, unfortunately. But yeah, when he came back, we kind of bonded back together and everything, and we just wanted to do the podcast for a long period of time. So we were like, yeah, let's do that. And we are like, well, you know what, we're gonna have plenty of free time now. I'm also becoming a father. Second time, my first kid, Vukashin, has 1 year and 3 months, and now I have a baby coming in mid of September. So it's going to be a 2 weeks difference. Nicola's baby is coming on ending of September, and our baby is coming mid September. So it's just a very, very nice and I would say convenient turn of events, and we were very happy about it. But on the same time, you're having these other things and anxieties that are existing in you, and you're thinking, how am I going to do it? So we kind of just turned and said, okay, let's just keep ourselves busy and keep ourselves motivated and help each other. So we started doing a podcast. We wanted to have our little time.
Yes, so mainly this is going to be our attempt to have a healthy conversation at least a few times a week where we discuss different subjects. Obviously, it's mainly going to be aimed towards fatherhood, but we will talk about entrepreneurship, entertainment, sports, gaming, whatever it is that week that we want to discuss, we will. And we
Mm.
will try to get different guests who are mainly going to be fathers so we can share advice. We can hear stories from
Or
other fathers.
mothers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, equality.
Yep. But we do want to bring awareness to mental health of fathers. It's not talked about enough, in my opinion, personally, and I think it should be something that's discussed, something that uh, is very hard to comprehend because, in general, fathers are always supposed to be macho. They're always supposed to, you know, toughen up and go through through the
Manly man.
motion. Yep, we gotta be manly men, and uh, that's just not healthy for an individual who is supposed to take care of his family. It is very important that you are in a good headspace to be a father, to endure all the struggles that come with it. Obviously, those are the happiest struggles, in my opinion, and it is a very nice blessing to have. But we will talk about everything, and I'm just gonna let
Unless
Raiko.
you're separated from your family, like I am in Canada and they're in Serbia, so it's not the happiest, happily happy. But yeah, it's you get through it, you go through it.
But that's another thing that is not talked about enough is sacrifices in marriage, sacrifices in parenthood. There are a lot of them. They are scary, but they are also a wonderful thing and a part of life. So we're going to end this with a note, with an open note, and if you want to give us some suggestions, if you want to reach out, if you are interested in being a guest on our podcast, please send us an email on fatherlylovepodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear your opinions. We would love to hear your feedback, and bear with us for for the first few episodes while we figure this podcast thing out. We are not
Or
going
maybe
to,
a little bit more,
yeah, season
just to
three.
keep.
Season
Yeah,
three, we'll get there. Maybe.
but yeah, kind of we want to just make this a place where everybody is welcome and all opinions are welcome, even if they're not matching our opinions. We are very open and very open-minded, and we love to talk about everything. Also, everything that we say on this podcast is just our opinion and our view of the topic, and we're not trying to make anyone and persuade anyone into thinking this way or thinking this about that. And we're just not really not a judgmental environment. We just want to make this place an open, shared, honest space, and we just want to have people who will respect each other first of all, and we're not doing this because of people around the world. We're just doing this because of us and because of our need to just express how important it is to have a circle of people that are like-minded and that want to share same topics and same interests. So it's just a place where we can share our experiences and listen and learn from one another. So just as our dad would say, "You're learning all your life." When I was a kid, dad would just like, oh, I would just be so stressed about it. And but now as I'm growing, something like that. But now as I'm growing, I would say older, you just get to really see how much you don't know and how many things you just get a different perspective from just from a different position in your life. So uh, this ending was, kind of a little longer, but I think it was important to share with our.
Mysterious and serious. And Rey Mysterious. And WWE Champion John Cena.
You can't see me.
Oh man. Sorry, I just had to. uh, but yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it. We're just here to have a good time. Obviously, we're gonna have serious segments because we do want to bring awareness to mental health. It is something that both my brother and I struggled with, and we are learning to appreciate learning about yourself, learning how to deal with yourself, because that's the toughest battle for everybody, at least in my
The
opinion,
most important
is
one.
yeah, just learning how to understand yourself, how to regulate yourself, and how to take that and that knowledge that you have and pass it over to your children in a healthy way. So,
Well,
without further
you know
ado,
what? It's just, yeah, we're just interrupting you there, but unless you get to know yourself, you're not going to be able to know anyone else. And uh, passing anything to your children, of course, there's going to be so many mistakes you're going to make, because, parenting doesn't come with an instruction manual, but you do the best you can, and you are a parent to your kids, and no one else can do that better than you. And that's it. I mean, it's your kid. If you listen to that kid and you listen to your children and you listen what they have to say, feel, and stuff like that, that's the most important thing. There are rules, there are points, and that's everybody's in the box, but no, every person is an individual. You can't say that. For prime example, my first son got his first teeth after his first birthday, and everybody were like, "Oh my God, he's not having teeth yet. Oh my God, whoa, he should have teeth. This kid had teeth at 4 months. This kid teeth at 6 months." Like, and what? He's a healthy kid. Nothing wrong with him. That's what it is.
Yep. And there's going to be many unknowns with parenthood, and that's why we're here, to share experiences that I have, to share experiences that Raiko has, to share experiences that our guests are going to have, and of
And
course,
learn.
yes. And of course, we want to hear experiences that you have because, if we have enough people reach out to us, we might do a segment once a week or once every 2 weeks where we read experiences and stories from our listeners. So let us know what you think. Uh, Again, that's fatherlylovepodcast@gmail.com. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And until further ado, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I speak English very best, by the way. You will have to get used to it because we are brothers from Eastern Europe, and sometimes
We're from, it's very hard
yes,
to speak
be
English because it's
being
very strong,
bilingual being is hard very yes.
very best.
On that note, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you are on Google Podcasts or Spotify, so we will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for
Bye.
enduring there. See you.